Good morning. I am in a 2002 Ford Taurus, and last night I got two codes. This is the P1121 Throttle Position Sensor A, inconsistent with mass airflow sensor, and it has more information in there. The severity is 3 of 3, stop and repair, and I would agree, and I'm going to do this video to show you why. And basically, preventing interrelated more damage to the car is what this is saying. And it's true. You could really screw up the car by driving the car. Unfortunately, I kind of got stuck. I also had a code P0122 Throttle Position Sensor Circuit Low Input. Now, of course, if you go buy one of these sensors, this one here is about a $350 sensor, and it works pretty good. You get the check engine light. You got a car with only 78,000 miles on it. I cleaned the throttle body and the mass airflow sensor, changed the plugs, did a lot of stuff. Car was running great. And then all of a sudden I get in the car and the throttle starts to go crazy. Like right now, I'm not putting my foot on the gas at all. And you can see it's about 1,500 RPMs. It was going all the way up to 3,500 RPMs. And so normally, you know, you hit the gas pedal and the RPMs come down to about 800, and not now. They're staying up around 1,450 or so. And last night I was trying to drive the car and the RPMs were staying around 3,500. Well, that's dangerous as hell, because when you try to put the car in gear, boom, it wants to jump because it's as if you're on the gas. So I take it out of gear, and right now it's going right back up. Put it in gear, boom. That's gonna do damage to your car. So you can't very well drive a car because you have to go up to a stoplight or stop sign, and then you have to start. And I'm not even on the gas. I'm not pushing the gas at all. I'm basically riding the brake because the thing wants to run. Look at this, with no gas pedal, none at all, okay, not even touching the gas pedal. This car is trying to do 3,000 RPMs and higher. And obviously, that's dangerous. So here I am, I have to make a turn, and now I'm holding the brake, trying to get on the freeway to get down to the local pick and pull, where they got about 20 of these things. And I can get a throttle position sensor by the dozen. They're 48 bucks. All right, I'm showing you, I am barely touching the gas. And now it just shifted into second gear and went all the way up to 3,800 RPMs. Okay, so now I'm at 50 miles an hour. And look at this, I'm barely touching the gas, barely even putting my foot on the gas. And we're all the way up to 4,500 RPMs. I have just flushed the coolant system, replaced the radiator fluid. Like I said, done a lot of other work on the car. Got this car very recently. It was a county-owned car, so it's been running really good. It's older, but it runs good. And right now, I am, what you see, I'm not really touching the gas. Okay, if I take my foot off the gas, I'm still at 2,900 RPMs and I'm doing 55 miles an hour, okay, with nothing on the gas, okay? There's no cruise control on this car, so I'm not in cruise control. So that's a throttle position sensor input miscommunication. It's sending information to the system, and the information's inconsistent, and it's causing problems. So right now I just barely touched the gas. All right, so I'm gonna barely touch the gas, and look what happens to the RPMs. Barely touch the gas, and it jumps almost 800 RPMs. So the throttle position sensor sending faulty information to the different components. I think it's called the ECU, the electrical control unit. Okay, right there, shifted gears again. All right, so then the RPMs went down a little bit. So if you have this code or this other code, and it says to send another, or to get a throttle position sensor. They can be a little difficult to get off because you can't really get behind where you have to dismount them. And this is a mechanical throttle position sensor that goes to the butterfly valve inside of the throttle body. This is not the fully electronic gas pedal like on the Ford Impala, where you press this and up here above your toe is another sensor, and you can remove that accelerator pedal because it has an accelerator pedal position sensor. This one has an actual mechanical spring and cable that goes to the throttle body, but there's still a TPS on the other side of it. And this is the danger. I am barely touching the gas. I'm doing 65 miles an hour. And if I take my foot completely off the gas right now and do a stupid video, obviously I'm gonna, okay, 61 miles an hour with 2,900 RPMs almost, and my foot is not on the gas at all. If you try and drive a car with a faulty TPS, this is the kind of stuff that could happen. So if I barely push the gas, it works great. And this is the danger of getting cars and not knowing their condition, and you think, oh man, it went really well on the test drive and seemed good. If you disconnect your battery cable, you can clear all those engine codes. And with a really good scanner, you can pick up some of those stored codes, but someone else can also erase some of those stored codes with a really good scanner. So this thing passed smog. I always insist it has to pass a smog. I've walked away from lots and lots of cars that don't have smogs because that can be a problem. And I'm probably going to do a video a little later about how to get the throttle position sensor off of a car. That's really simple, but you can imagine how dangerous it would be to drive this car at those RPMs. It's likely to overheat. It's likely to shift extremely hard, which is very bad for the transmission. So good luck with that.